grew up in north central Nebraska. I grew up on a ranch. My dad was a rancher, and in Kippahaw County, which not too many people know where that is because it's one of the smallest counties. But yeah, that's where I grew up and graduated from high school at that high school. First, I went to Evangel College, which is in Springfield, Missouri. I went there for 2 years, and then I transferred to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and graduated from there with my bachelor's and then also my master's. A lot of reasons, but the biggest reason was that I wanted to be in a helping career, and I really loved children. And my first goal was to be a speech pathologist, which I got my degree in that first. And I really wanted to help kids that struggled with, speech problems. So that was the direction I headed. Actually, I started teaching Sunday school. That was my first teaching, and I started teaching Sunday school when I was a 9th grader. So about 30 years, getting really close to 30 years now that I've been teaching.
And how long have you been at Emmanuel?
This is my 6th year at Emmanuel. That's an easy question. I would choose my Bible because it's the only book that I read every single day. And I think if I was stranded, I would want a book that would bring me hope and comfort and peace and direction, and so that's why I would choose that. My 7th and 8th grade teacher, I grew up in, since it was a very rural community, I went to a school that was only 2 rooms. Well, it had more rooms than that, but just 2 classrooms. And so I had one teacher for 7th and 8th grade. She also taught 5th and 6th too, so we were all together there. But she was an incredible teacher, but she was really the first teacher that I had that was so positive and just really encouraging. And she really encouraged me in the area of writing. And she just kept saying, you've got really a great way with words, and no one had ever told me that before, and I'd never felt like, I was getting so much encouragement from a teacher, and she really, really changed the direction of my life as far as academics, because suddenly I felt like, oh, I can do this, and so she really did make an incredible impact on my life, and just her positiveness. And I wouldn't say that I really wanted necessarily to become like her, but because I became a teacher, I look back and I think, oh yeah, probably because of the way Mrs. Mueller was, it probably brought some direction to my career path too. I think I would like to have either super hearing or eyes in the back of my head, which probably a lot of teachers say that, but super hearing, because I could hear some conversations clear at the back that are going on. I think that would just be really beneficial in my career, in my classroom. I think the one thing I guess I would like them to make sure they know is that I'm still learning, that every single day when I'm getting ready for school, I'm learning getting ready for classes, I'm learning new things that I didn't know before. And if I can just even help them to understand that learning just doesn't stop when you're in the classroom, that it's everywhere, then that's what I would want them to know. Reading and literature. English too, but for sure reading. A good cup of coffee. Reading books, usually I do a lot of reading on the weekends, or just recuperating, getting ready, grading papers sometimes, but usually with friends or a cup of coffee. I just love interacting with kids. They're just so many times. I think that people just don't give them enough credit, especially like 6th, 7th, 8th graders, like where I teach, the level that I teach. And I just think that they're just incredible young human beings, and I love interacting with them. I love getting to know them. I love getting to watch them learn, and find out things that they are really, really interested, that maybe they never knew that they were interested in that before. And every day is different. You know, it's not like I do the same thing every single day. Yeah, there's certain things I do that are the same, but just because it's an interaction with another human being, and you're just getting feedback from them all the time, and that's why I love just being around them. They're just great kids.